This might be a long one. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. So I just got back from the Lorna Shore European Tour 2026. I was out there working for the direct support Whitechapel. It's an amazing time. While we were out there, I got to meet a few people I had never met before. One of those people was this amazing gentleman, Gal. He was he was the LD for Shadow of Intent and Humanity's Last Breath, the two opening bands. Just a stellar individual, super cool dude, really stoked to meet him. Had a great time with him. And he was kind enough to give me some beers once in a while, because in our backstage, for some reason, we were just getting local Pilsners and lagers. Not that that's a bad thing, but in his backstage area, his green room, he would get lots of different IPAs. And so he would toss me a few now and then. And this is one of them. I just for some reason never drank it on the tour, and made sure to bring it home. So Gal, thank you very much for this beer. Really appreciate it. So this beer here is the Vedett Extra IPA. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It's from Duval Moortgat out of Vlaams, Belgium. And when I was looking at this beer, first of all, the label right here says Extra IPA. But on a Beer Advocate, it says Extraordinary IPA. I assume it's just the Extra IPA. And on the bottle here, there's a couple different things that I'm going to talk about. But first, I'm going to go read the blurb on Untapped. So, there was a blurb on Untapped here. Oh, excuse me. And it says, the inventors of India Pale Ale may have originally added extra hops to help it survive the long voyage to India. But we just do it for the taste. Every drop as thirst-quenching as the last, Vedett IPA offers an explosion of flavorsome bitterness that increases with intensity towards the finish, tempered by an unparalleled velvety smoothness resulting in a very accessible taste. Fresh, fruity, and floral notes give way to touches of caramel sweetness, while its superb, lingering aftertaste continues to tantalize the taste buds long after. Here's to a great tasting, refreshing beer. Nice little blurb right there. So the bottle, get back to the bottle here. It's one of these little, I don't even know what you call these kind of bottles, but it's a neat little, I have no idea what to call these bottles, but there's a neat shape. And on the label, I probably can't read anything, but there's some small words here. Beer, cerveza, beer, bira. So it's beer in a bunch of different languages. Brewery Duval Moortgat. It's 5.5% alcohol, 330 milliliter. It says 6 degrees C. I'm assuming that's the serving temperature. And on the back here, it says 11/26. So I'm guessing that's the expiration date. And it's got a crazy picture on the back. I have to remember to get a picture of this to put it in the video so you can see it. But it says on the back label here, I've never seen anything like this before on beer. Get the juiciest chicken with this life hack. Check the full story. Celebrate the extra. And there's a QR code you can check, or a QR code you can scan. So here's the back of that bottle. Again, I'll put a picture of it up there. It's kind of a wild thing to put on a beer. So I did scan a QR code, and I'll link that down below what the QR code goes to. But it basically loads to like an Instagram reel talking about making beer butt or beer can chicken. If you're not familiar with it, go check out the reel that'll be down below in the description if YouTube allows me to link it there. Hopefully they do. But basically it's when you take a can of beer, put a bunch of herbs and whatever in it, and then shove it into the chicken, like put the chicken over top of it and cook the chicken that way. I'm shocked to see that's something that's common in other parts of the world. I thought that was just like a hillbilly thing in Appalachia, but apparently it's pretty common all over the world, and Vedett has their own recipe for it. Pretty different and unique. So let's get into this beer that my good friend Gal gave me. On Untapped, this gets a 3.48 with over 166,000 check-ins. On Beer Advocate, it gets an 82 good with 145 check-ins. And hopefully this beer survived the travel and flying and everything else. It would be a shame if it didn't. Because once again, this beer, when I popped that cap, there was no real hiss to it. At least I am getting some head on the beer. It's a good sign. Get a nose on it. It smells very like lime citrus forward. That really smells like a limey citrusness to it. Hashtag dip your beak in it. I was not expecting like a limey citrus nose on this beer. Color, that's kind of like that dehydrated urine, orangey yellow. You see some carbonation floating around. It's kind of hazy. You can almost see a little bit of silhouettes of things, but not really. And it's got about a finger's worth of bright white fish-eyed bubble head. I'm really surprised at how like lime forward that smell is. Hashtag double dip your beak in it. What is wrong with me? So let's take a drink of this and see if it's any good or not. Thank you so much, Gall. I really appreciate it. Cheers to you, my friend. I hope I get to see you again in the future and get to tour with you again. Smooth, crisp, citrusy. Has a little bit of a lime flavor to it. It's a little bit of bitterness on the finish. And almost a slight hint of like that, more along the lines of a carbonation burn, not a hop burn going down the throat. But there's no real carbonation in the mouthfeel. And this is really odd because this says Extra IPA. If you handed this to me, I would never in a million years guess it's an IPA. There's no way I would guess this is an IPA. I would say this is like some sort of lime pale ale. It's delicious. I really enjoy it, but I would not think of it as an IPA. Now, I understand that this is from Europe. It's from Belgium. And as an American, I'm used to the big, just smack you in the face, hop the hell out of everything, punch you in the mouth with hops, super bitter, crazy IPAs. Even the pale ales are probably higher in hops and bitterness and things than a lot of IPAs are in Europe. So that could be part of it why this is an IPA, but I think it's more like a pale ale. But this is delicious. This is a really good beer. I enjoy this a lot. It's lime, it's light, it's flavorful, somewhat crisp. It's got a good rounded bitterness to it. It's nondescript bitterness, kind of almost a fruity bitterness. It's not a palate wrecker. It's nothing crazy. You could crush a lot of these. I could crush a lot of these. And what I say it was 5.5%. I could easily crush a lot of these. Have an enjoyable evening with them. Excuse me. I give this a big horns up. Gal, thank you so much. Really appreciate you giving me this beer. I'm so happy it made it back to my house intact and still good. Super cool to get this beer. Thank you so much. Once again, if I can't put up I don't know what I was going to say there. If I can't get that link to work in the description, maybe I'll put the QR code up there in the video anyways, just in case. But I'll try to get that link to work down in the description so you can see this crazy reel about get the juiciest chicken with this life hack thing. So wild to have that on the back of a bottle. I just got to show it once again. Never seen anything like that on a beer bottle before. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you made it through my ramblings. Thank you again, Gall. Really appreciate it. And as always, embrace the adventure.